Hello, I'm going to give you a speech today from a very dimly lit room on the Czech Republic. I just returned to Ireland after a 4-month stint in Prague in the Czech Republic, or Czechia, as some like to refer to it as. I'm not going to enter into that today because it's a bit controversial, so I'm just going to stick to the Czech Republic for now, for the sake of this speech. I had a very nice time in the Czech Republic. I met some nice people, and I got some exposure to the Central European culture. I gained a foundation in the extremely complex and convoluted Czech language, and I was working in IT, which is something I hadn't done before, for HomeAway.com. It's similar to Airbnb. I was working for the German market there, and it was quite interesting. I got to meet some interesting people and to learn some new skills, which is always useful. I'm going to speak to you about what I learned from experience and from reading up a bit on the Czech Republic. I'll begin by just letting you know, if you're not already aware, that the Czech Republic is located in Central Europe. It is just beneath Germany and Poland, just above Slovakia and just next to Austria. The country is divided into 13 regions. The capital city is Prague, which is located in the west of the country. And it's important to know that in the Czech Republic there is a strong sense of regionalism. There are 3 regions in total, with 3 major regions we could break down, namely Bohemia, Moravia, and Silesia. The latter identifying, again entering into a bit of controversy here, themselves a bit more with Poland. I met many people from there who dispute this, but I also met many people from there who indeed agreed with this, that they felt a strong sense of identity with their Polish neighbours. The Czech Republic, as it is a landlocked country, has 3 ports in Hamburg. Now, they're not enclaves, they don't belong permanently to the Czech Republic. They more so rent them from Germany, and they will have to give them back in 2028. With regards to the physical geography, the Czech Republic does not really have much forest land, but there is a lot of tilled and irrigated land, and there are only 4 national parks, but those national parks really are quite sublime. So maybe what they do well, and they don't really want to overdo it with their national parks, and that's fair enough. Those nature zones, those natural parks, are so beautiful, in fact, that many films have actually been filmed there. Most recently, the Chronicles of Narnia, which I haven't seen, but would be curious to see now after having been there. The land is mostly flat, with a lot of barley and wheat fields. And maybe you could guess why there would be so many barley and wheat fields based on the Czech culture. The Czechs really, really like to drink beer. They love to produce beer, and they enjoy even more downing pints and pints of it. The Czechs, I thought the Irish and the Germans were bad for drinking beer, and we are, and the Germans certainly are too, but the Czechs drink more than anywhere per capita in the world of beer a year. On average, a Czech person will drink anything between 145 and 160 litres of beer per annum. Close. That's zdraví. The Czech industry focuses a lot on industry and manufacturing, especially car manufacturing. They export 18% of their exports are cars. and it employs millions of locals in the industry. The Czech Republic's economy is the most stable of all the former Soviet Union states, and with a population of around 10.5 million, they have the lowest rate of unemployment in the entire European Union. Over 90% of the people in the Czech Republic are ethnically Czech. There are some Slovaks, a reasonable amount of Slovaks living in the country. There are also Ukrainians, other European Union citizens, and a surprising amount of Vietnamese as well. I suppose you could link this to the communist past. The most spoken language in the Czech Republic is the Czech language itself. It's has a high lexical similarity to Slovak and Polish, more so to Slovak. Many Slovaks have commented to me that they could understand Czech perfectly fine. Sometimes there'd be some vocabulary that would go awry, but otherwise it was fine. And some Polish people said that overall it was quite easy to learn, but they had to learn it. It took some effort. The Czech Republic has many musicians and famous architects, and it even has one Nobel Prize literature laureate. It has a long and complicated history, filled with revolutions, skirmishes, battles, and name changes, as the country has been owned, so to say, by many different empires and different kings in the past. However, the Czechs have retained a strong sense of Slavic identity, and they nowadays have very good relations with the other states that once made up the former Austro-Hungarian Empire. They have had run-ins with Liechtenstein, surprisingly enough, and for various reasons they didn't even recognize Liechtenstein as a country until, bear with me, until 2009, which was I just found that quite surprising to discover. The Czech Republic is a member of the Visegrad Group, and they have great business and government cooperation with these other member states. But the Czech Republic's best friend, by far, would be Slovakia. The countries used to be one country, Czechoslovakia, but it divided in the 90s. It was a very peaceful division, however, and nowadays the Czechs and the Slovaks really see each other as brethren and get on extremely well. I liked the Czech Republic. I would recommend for you to take a trip there if you get a chance. The beer is delicious, the people are very nice, and although I found them a bit too reserved for my liking, as a garrulous, sociable Irishman, I found their way of interaction a bit too distant for my liking. They were very nice and very pleasant and very polite, but just didn't have the same interactive mentality or way of being as you would find over here on the island. And it's nice to be back here for a few months. Hope you had a nice Christmas, and I wish you a happy New Year.